Well, good day, smart traders, and welcome to another fantastic day. Let's start things off by having a look at our economic calendar for today.
Today's economic calendar is all about inflation, and more specifically, the US inflation that is due to come out at 3:30 South African Standard Time today. With banks primarily being focused on the core CPI number forecasted to come out at 0.3%, slightly higher than last month's 0.2%. This will, however, reflect that inflation is cooling, and this could be great news for the markets.
Now let's move over and have a look at what's making headlines today.
In currency news, the euro briefly hit a 7th-month high against the dollar, but held within a narrow range as traders avoided making big moves ahead of that US inflation data due later today, which may offer a clearer picture on where interest rates are headed. The euro touched $1.07765, its highest since the 31st of May 2022. With the dollar recently on the back foot as traders bet that the Federal Reserve will not have to raise rates as fast and as high as earlier thought to tame stubbornly high inflation. Now let's have a look at what's making headlines on Wall Street. Goldman Sachs began laying off staff yesterday in a sweeping cost-cutting drive, with around a third of those affected coming from the investment banking and global markets division. The long-expected job cuts at the Wall Street Titan is expected to represent the biggest contraction in headcount since the financial crisis. It is likely to affect most of the bank's major divisions, with the investment banking arm facing the deepest cuts. Just over 3,000 employees will be let go. US stocks ended up sharply yesterday, with the S&P 500 and Nasdaq gaining more than 1% each, as traders were optimistic ahead of the inflation report that could give the Federal Reserve room to dial back on its aggressive interest rate hikes. And finally, let's have a look at commodities. Oil prices rose 3% to a one-week high, as hopes for an improved global economic outlook and concerns over the impact of sanctions on Russian crude output outweighed a massive surprise build in US crude stocks. Gold prices hovered around an 8-month high as markets positioned for data that is widely expected to show a further easing in the US inflation.
So that's it from us here at Smart Online Trader. If you're interested in any of the additional services that we provide, kindly get in touch with us or simply click on one of the links in the description below. As always, may the peace be with you. Cheers.